You too late. It's Benny. And it's time to talk about One Piece and Skypiea. Now, why am I talking about this old ass arc? Well, for the past few months, I've seen people trash this arc, and I'm not understanding it. Now, if they anime only, then I can kind of understand, because the pacing in the One Piece anime is a two-pack of ass. But people have skipped it, or told people to skip it, because they feel it's filler. Which is crazy because Nico Robin's first full arc with the Straw Hats is Skypiea. And Skypiea sets up Water 7 flawlessly. Blackbeard was introduced in Skypiea. The first time we seen Hockey was in Skypiea, we just ain't know it yet. Usopp's obsession and love for the Going Merry, we see that in Skypiea. I can go on, but if you skip in Skypiea, you are skipping like key parts to these characters' development. Skypiea is the alley-oop of One Piece. Skypiea threw the perfect lob and the assist to set up the rest of One Piece. Reading Skypiea was more enjoyable for me, so I recommend that. That's why Skypiea is in my top 3 One Piece arcs. Now, when I said this before certain events in Wano, y'all called me a madman, a supporter of trash. Oh, Skypiea doesn't add nothing to the story. Oh, Skypiea's a filler arc. But the big event in Wano happens. Then all y'all learned a new word, foreshadowing. Then all of a sudden, people are in love with Skypiea. Crawling back to the Skypiea bandwagon with no shame. But I forgive you. I forgive you. You didn't know peakness when you seen it. Here's why Skypiea is a good arc to me. The themes that Oda put in this arc. I think Skypiea was Oda's first big risk in the story. Like, come on, my G. Pirates sailing in the sky. Like, come on, bro. But Oda put in some themes with a lot of weight on it and showed the emotional depth in his writing. Themes like God and false gods, the view of blind faith, the thrill of the dream and impossible versus logic and reason, inheriting will, which becomes a bigger theme overall in One Piece. Luffy even questioned if there's a god in this arc, which is huge for his character. Colonization was a theme in this arc. Skypiea was one of the funniest arcs in One Piece. Enel was a fire villain, an ignorant gifted man-child with a god complex, who refused to accept the truth because he believed he was the truth. I think he was the first villain with a do-rag. Salute to him. Skypiea is what makes One Piece One Piece. The sense of adventure. It was the most unique arc in the story. The characters, what it contributed to One Piece world building. Skypiea showed us that there isn't a place the Straw Hats can't go. Skypiea is the arc of the dreamers. No matter if they good or evil, they got a dream. Oda was in his bag with Skypiea.